notification.
He's back here. Guys, we are on here. Just setting up. I see there's already a couple people here in the chat. Guys, we are hanging out in the arcade tonight. It is Bobby T and Chris, and we are finally live. So Chris is getting the word out there right now that we are live, and we are going to be talking WWE, some brief NJPW, Royal Rumble results and reactions, that insane NXT card. Man, that NXT was nuts, man. Ember Moon is my favorite wrestler right now.
Really?
Yeah, she stepped up big time.
No, that was a good match at NXT Takeover that she had. It was sweet.
So then I Savage and take it to the beach. I want to put Speedos on that Savage and take it to the beach and call it Sandy Savage. So yeah, that's actually what's spinning around here. This is my my newest custom by Bobby T 55555, so 5/5's time on Instagram. If you go check out, I have some other customs up. This is one of my newest ones. Before I do a big round of customs, I like to do a Macho Man.
Yeah.
So this time I was watching World War III, where again Hogan pushes his way into a Macho Man celebration because he can't help but to do it to Macho Man every time. So,
the only thing that this figure is missing right here is a little cup of creamer, a little mini creamer.
Well, hold on, no. That's actually hold on one sec. So last year when I did my run, when I was doing my Macho Man to get warmed up, I actually did a cream of the crop Macho Man. That's the bandanas he wore on his wrists and everything. He was wearing a silver chain.
Okay.
So he's got the chain, and that's actually a real cloth bandana.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got
or
cream
maybe
of the
like
crop
a little
in
mini snake in a little gift box or whatever.
The Cobra.
Yeah,
dude, that'd be awesome. That'll be the one I do next, I think.
That'd be sweet. Yeah.
I think he was wearing the hats then. I think he was into the
cowboy hat.
hats.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think it was probably like one of those like all white, rhinestone runner because it was like right around when him and Elizabeth were.
Dude,
yeah.
I was just watching that SummerSlam, and it was the match made in heaven, match made in hell, and his hat is ridiculous.
Yeah,
white rhinestones with like these huge feathers. Like, oh man, dude, 80s wrestling.
Yeah,
it was something.
I wish I could get my hands on those types of drugs to
oh, it's easy. It's just cocaine.
To give me the mindset to be like, this is a great idea.
No, dude, it's just coke.
Is that what it is?
It's just straight up cocaine.
I'll have to try that sometime.
Martin is not with us tonight. He has a few things he had to take care of, guys. So tonight it's just me and Krizza. We got Nana T in the chat, along with Ryan Buchanan. So, hey guys, how's everybody doing in there? So we have some customs. Which Macho Man is your favorite Macho Man? Leave that. That's something I'd like to know. Because
they're all your favorites.
You know what though? There are varying levels of Macho Man. Like we all like. All right. WrestleMania 3 Macho Man, whatever, everyone likes it. But I'm talking like the weird Macho Man. It's like SummerSlam 91 where he looks like a pack of tropical Skittles. Where he's got like black and Hawaiian shirt pants.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Oh man, and he's got a headband like a Hawaiian headband.
Yeah, I don't recall that.
And it's teal. Dude, it's crazy. It's the weirdest. So that might be on the
honestly,
list.
I think my most I guess you could say my fondest memories of Macho Man have to be the WCW Madness ones because that's when I was really watching.
I loved him in WCW.
Yeah, that's when I was really watching wrestling at that time, and when WCW was killing it every week with Monday Night or with Nitro and and the NWO and everything like that and
I absolutely love the NWO days. Like I was telling you, my father has always been a wrestling fan, so we would we'll go a little bit later, and it's just like 99. This is after I was out of high school. And we were traveling, working for this construction company together, and we would work third shift, but the time we got out, they would actually show WCW again at like 4:00 in the morning or something like that. We got home at 3:30 in the morning.
There you go.
So it was perfect. You
Yeah.
get home, everyone would be dirty, just filthy from work, and just watching WCW because you could see WCW.
Yeah.
And WWF, like I'd have to catch it when I got home. My buddy Colin, I'd get it on VHS tapes.
Nice.
So I'd watch. I watched the Attitude Raw basically like in fast forward.
It was fantastic for me in high school watching wrestling because of course Nitro and Raw were on Monday nights and they ran till about I think 11, and I had a study hall in high school first thing in the morning on Tuesday. So it was great. I'd stay up late watching wrestling and everything like that, and then the next morning I would either work on whatever homework I needed to work on for the day, or I'd sleep. And I had a couple friends who were in the study hall with me, and if I did not wake up when the bell rang, they'd make sure I'd get up and everything like that. So that was always nice.
All that for the Attitude
Exactly. Well, it wasn't even the Attitude Era because I was more of a WCW fan. So I
guess the Monday Night. It was the War.
Yeah, it was the Monday Night Wars. But I definitely watched more WCW than I did WWF/E, whatever you want to call it.
There was definitely a time so when I was in high school. I was more so I graduated in '99, so all of the main part of the Monday Night War had happened.
Yeah.
I primarily watched WWE, but then that was for pay-per-views. I wouldn't watch WCW pay-per-views. They all sucked.
Yeah,
they were so bad. Like I learned my lesson very early on WCW pay-per-views. Just everything was a setup for Monday Nitro. So watch Monday Nitro.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'd watch WWE and kind of in fast forward rewind. But WWE pay-per-views were always
at the time,
so much better.
Yeah.
Man.
Back then, I mean, and I know this is probably just revisionist history on my part, and just the good old days or whatever. Because even though I watched more WCW. I'd always flip back and forth between the two and watch whatever parts were captivating, and then when it got boring I'd probably switch back and everything
that's what's actually kind of funny about my watching wrestling and fast forward. I'll see like things in retrospect and I'll go, I don't remember this. Go, because it sucked and I fast forwarded through it.
I still remember that build up for the IC title between The Rock and Stone Cold, and that's however many years old now, 10 or 20 or whatever for me, probably actually more like probably about 20.
It's about 20 years, I mean,
and I still remember.
That's 1997.
Yeah, so it's probably 20
years
20
ago.
plus, yeah.
Oh my God, Chris, we're so old.
I know. And I'm getting older tomorrow, which is even worse.
Yeah, it's Chris's birthday tomorrow.
But anyway, I still I can still probably vividly remember parts of that build up between The Rock and the Stone, and Stone Cold for that IC title when Stone Cold threw the belt over the bridge into the water and everything like that was fantastic.
So I got to go to, speaking of just Attitude Era, and it's funny because we're just talking about general wrestling. We haven't even gotten into the meat of what's happened this week. But for my 17th birthday, maybe my 16th birthday, I can't remember, whatever, 1996 or 97, whatever.
Yeah.
It was an In Your House pay-per-view when they started giving them names where it wasn't In Your House blank. And it was the DX pay-per-view in Worcester, and I got for my birthday 2 tickets to it. So I'm with my buddy James, and that was Sergeant Slaughter versus China.
Nice.
It was
Sergeant Slaughter was the commissioner at the time, right?
He was the general manager, the commissioner or something like that.
I remember that. Fantastic stuff. I mean, and see, as a kid, it kind of sucked because my mom was pretty much anti-wrestling. I mean, she let me watch it because she couldn't really stop me from watching it. She was just, it was, plus my father really liked it. So when I was a kid growing up, my father liked it, so she allowed me to watch it because my father was like, I want him to watch this with me.
Okay.
But then, of course, as I got older and everything like that, my mother was pretty much working, and so I was at home, left to my own devices.
Left to your own devices,
and
so
I watched it. But I never got to watch any of the pay-per-views.
Gotcha.
Because she would never spring for that much money. They were too expensive. And
they were.
Like
It was
like $40 at the time or something like that.
It was like $30 or $40 per month. I mean, Truth is, I went to my buddy Todd's house. He had a scrambler. So
Yeah, see, I had
we had a buddy
later
who had
on in high school. I had a friend who's like, I think usually they would have the pay-per-view on the next day, and I think it was at like either a reduced price or maybe it was a little bit less, but they were running it like all the time, so you could pay. The day after, you could pay either the same price or less, and it was on, like, you could watch it for 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And so my friend would always do that, and then the next day we would just watch the pay-per-views before Raw, and we'd watch it like 2 or 3 times.
So Ryan's saying here that he watched Nitro during Raw's commercials, then Nitro stopped being a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it was funny. I remember celebrating the Vince McMahon buys a WCW thing. And now looking back, I'm going, damn it, I wish that never happened.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they would have saved WCW. Like, what if Bischoff's plan worked and he got WCW back? Like, there were so many things that could have happened. At the time, it felt great.
Yeah.
And now you look back and go, that gave Vince the right to do everything he did next, which was awful.
Yeah, and just kind of bury WCW into the ground, like,
and prove Sting right.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing, and Sting said he never wanted to go over to WWF because he just would be a jobber to show that, look, I'm so much better. Why would he do that to himself? It makes no sense. So let me get the Rumble card up here. So we had done some videos of the most recent NXT pay-per-view. We did videos where we synced them up.
Yeah. Some good matches too.
Yo, dude, amazing. So we do tell you like the time signature, so you could join up with us, and then we kind of respond.
It's
basically.
like we're all watching together.
Aw, guys.
I know, one big family.
One big stupid family.
Stupid hairy family.
Bunch of dumb bearded morons watching wrestling.
Exactly.
So, actually, hey, before we talk about wrestling, this is going to be our last show on 5 Live VP for wrestling.
Yeah.
We're going to be moving everything over for wrestling and wrestling toys over to our new channel, 5 Live VP Wrestling, or VPW. VPW. So we're gonna start that tomorrow, actually, February 1st. So we'll be starting to post stuff. We're going to get a blog going and everything. And I actually decided most recently to get an eBay store. It's the smartest thing for us, I think, to do. We do open a lot of toys, and we come across some rare stuff.
Yeah.
We just like to sell it, keep the show going. We also come across a lot of crap. Who wants to buy crap? Anybody? We got it.
People in Canada. Oh, wait, no, we just want to send it to them.
We just want to send it to them. No, so I
haven't heard from him in a while, our friend
it's
in Canada.
been a while. Ben's disappeared. I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen his post or anything.
Yeah.
His Optimal Primal.
Maybe because we kind of stopped threatening him with sending stuff. He was like, he didn't want to take part in the show anymore because he was like, well, they're not gonna send me stuff. I stopped pointing. That's what it was. I stopped pointing. Yeah, exactly. and then he didn't want to be a part of that.
So
and I apologize. If you want me to keep pointing, let me know, and I will point right at you. Right. That's right. I'm
watching it on the screen right here. I'm just pointing at this. So
we could do that on the Patreon. Like donate some money and Chris will point. He'll point at you and say some like motivational.
So but yeah, we've discovered that YouTube is not on our side, so we have to take other avenues, which is supporting ourselves by the things we buy for the show. So
I got some stuff from Comic-Con. I think that is
dude, those Cupheads.
Yeah.
What ended up, I kind of feel like we played this right because we didn't sell them right away on the first day, and they were really, really high. Then they dropped like right through the floor, and I was like, you know what? Eventually the Cupheads are gonna come back out, and people are gonna be like, oh shit, I want those Comic-Con ones, and now that's what's happening. So the prices climbed way back up. We are trying to finance all the trips we have. We've got coming up our trip to, speaking of wrestling, on June 2nd, we are going to the West Virginia Championship Wrestling Miracle on the Mountain.
Nice,
It is there. It's the pay-per-view. We're going to be meeting up with the Arson Brothers. I love these dudes. They're insane. Their channel is hilarious. They've been doing food reviews around Princeton. They're in Princeton, West Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
which is good because that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
So
sweet.
I want to know. They just went to an awesome Mexican place, so pretty pumped to see that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to breakfast. I'm looking forward to breakfast on the mountain.
That's what I'm talking about. I think I'm looking for size to make some breakfast
exactly.
here. This dude, I've seen this dude's got a grill the size of our table, and he just makes like this rad ass breakfast.
Sweet. I'm down.
I want it.
I'm a huge fan of breakfast.
I told him Farouk is going to get us some seafood. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to bring some fresh North Atlantic seafood. We're going to bring it to West Virginia.
Sweet, yeah.
You're going to get some steaks. We're going to throw down.
It reminds
me
me
some Connecticut beers.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it reminds me of when I was a kid and my uncle's girlfriend at the time was visiting. They were visiting us, but she had family in Texas, and she went to visit them too. And on the way back, she was trying to bring Gulf shrimp back to Connecticut. And of course, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong.
Oh,
yeah,
of course.
And she's got this this cooler of shrimp that are slowly thawing out and going bad as she's trying to get back to Connecticut. It was fantastic. I think if I remember correctly, she did get back to Connecticut okay, and we managed to save the shrimp. And
so the Gulf shrimp survived.
Yeah, they were okay to eat and everything like that, which were fantastic. If you have a chance to eat some Gulf seafood,
so that's where it's at.
Yeah, I had catfish in Jacksonville a few years ago, and it was amazing. I loved it. So yeah, Gulf seafood is very good. I highly recommend it.
I had oysters in a place called Apalachicola, Florida. It's like northern panhandle and like this little tiny piece. So it was kind of cool. The restaurant, you'd eat, so you'd have the oysters or whatever, and then like throw them out the side.
Oh, okay.
And then the back of the restaurant is just this mountain of oyster
That's
shells.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was really kind of cool. So, but yeah, anyway, eBay store.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing that. It's a great way also for any international bidders because eBay is really encouraging that right now.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
So they want to make shipping crazy cheap. So it's only like $5 or $6 to ship instead of like $30.
Yeah.
So it just makes everything way more reasonable. Now, that said, we have new shirts.
Yes, we do.
Chris is wearing his. His is red because he's a filthy commie. And but we have our new 5 Live shirt here right up on the front. And it is our They Live, I guess. It's the Obey 5 Live. Absolutely love this shirt. I am not currently wearing one.
You know what we should have done maybe for the next batch is make the 5 Live thing, but then on the back you got to put a thing that says subscribe on it. So,
that's what it should say. It should say subscribe, like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
So I'm actually wearing a shirt by Vertebrae 33.
Nice.
It's a Sarlacc with the Jedi.
The Sarlacc pit.
Yeah,
Sarlacc
pit with some lightsabers.
We are nerds. We know
nerds.
Yeah, we know things.
So we're crossing all kinds of things over. Yeah. We got Slayer and Star Wars. We've got They Live and 5 Live.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't stop ourselves. So
it's true.
Now, let us talk about the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good Rumble, I gotta say. Overall, if you haven't seen the Rumble yet, we're going to spoil a couple things. I don't understand why you wouldn't have seen it by now. Let's see. Do we talk about... All right, I'm going to blaze through the undercard. Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Graham Metalik versus TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. Great match. Spots all over the place. It's exactly what you thought it was going to be. The Cruiserweight division is cursed right now. It's a rudderless ship. So many problems. I have not watched 205, so I don't know who they were gonna announce who a new general manager is. So that may change things because in the Rumble later on, a certain Cruiserweight came back. So we don't know what's going on here.
So
anyway,
you spoil the Rumble, but you're not going to spoil the Cruiserweight that came back.
Well, we don't know. I didn't say who won the Rumble yet.
It's true, but you're going to.
Not yet. We're going to build to that part. Oh, what are you going to do to me over here?
No, I'm just saying. You.
Where the hell's Martin for me to get on you for this? Dude, Martin, this is where I need you.
I'm just...
Right, especially now, we'd cross-talk the hell out of
him. I'm merely stating that you called out spoilers, but then you...
I know, I said there's from this point forward, there's spoilers, but I don't want to, like, in that match, it's kind of something that happens, so I don't really want to kind of ruin it, you know? So anyway, the Luchadors take this one. Again, it's a total spot fest. They do an awesome triple moonsault from the top rope to the outside, all at the same time.
Insane.
Just awesome lucha stuff, and I love lucha. So next matchup we had the club, Ganderson, Gallows and Anderson.
Well, that's kind of technically what they are, Ganderson.
Yeah, we'll take it. Versus the Revival. Revival take this one. It's really good. They're getting a little bit of their heat back. They paid the price.
Yeah.
They paid the DX price getting job to a bunch of senior citizens.
Yeah, curtain call.
Curtain call too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that was. Good match. We see finally something's happening in the tag division.
Mm-hmm.
I think from the night before, AOP is moving up. I do believe they're going to show up here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
They fit as it currently stands. So
are they they're Occam and Razor? Is that AOP?
Occam and Razor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Warren.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh geez, I clicked off. I'm sorry guys, I clicked off of the chat for a second. Came back. Lots of chat happened. So let's see what we have to say here. Yes, the takeover matches, Ryan was saying, are all on point. Mm-hmm. Each and every one. Every match was awesome.
Yeah.
The Ember Moon match. She's so over in my book right now. I love her.
I can see that.
Let's see. Hey, he buys crap. Well, we've got crap.
Yeah.
Swordfish steaks will change our life. Yeah, we try to. My father's been trying to catch swordfish for a long time. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think when that thing finally gets up in the boat, he might punch it in the face. Just be like, take that, you son of a bitch. He's just gonna fight it.
Just stab it with its own nose.
And just cut its nose off like, motherfucker. Phone check, homie.
Shiv it with its own shiv.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, we definitely want to do, when we get down to West Virginia, we're going to throw down. It's going to be awesome.
I'm
Dude,
excited.
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Like, I'm really, and they go all out. It's like WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
So everything is just insane. We are going to be very tired. I think we need to stay an extra day.
Yeah.
Just to sleep it off.
Sounds good to me.
It's going to be rough.
I mean, we're going to be on sensory overload with with all the events and food and everything like that. I wonder if I don't know if they're watching right now, but if they are, or later on, if you're not watching live, please, guys, from what is it, Arson Brothers, leave a comment. If there's like a dish of food that is specifically to West region? Virginia, yeah, because that is something I really want to eat. Like, I like trying local things, so I'd really like to know if there's like something that is a specialty of your guys' area.
Well, what's
Princeton?
Pretty cool is Princeton.
Yeah.
So here's one kind of cool thing, and this is another reason why I might want to stay an extra day.
Yeah.
Josh is in Charlotte.
Yes, you were telling me about that. It's not far.
It's not very far, and the middle point is Nashville. Like, I think we should go to Nashville.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just for one night, and then we drive back to Princeton, and then we go home the next day or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think we got to go to Nashville. 5 Live in Nashville would be awesome.
Yeah.
So, but this is why we need to sell a bunch of stuff, because we need to finance our dumbass hobbies and us getting involved in West Virginia Championship Wrestling. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah, dude, I think AOP. I was really hoping they were gonna show up on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. They didn't. They fit in SmackDown. They also, however, fit in Raw. Especially seeing as Jordan and Seth Rollins are going to be split up now, especially because Jordan has a real injury. Yeah. So he's going to be out for a little bit. There's an empty spot for a tag team to move in. Why not these two brutes? It would fit.
Is Dean also injured too? Is that what it is?
Dean's got a for real injury. It's his, I think it was a torn shoulder, torn bicep. Okay. He's out for like 9 months. Wow. We'll see him at like SummerSlam maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be a while. So then we go up to the United States Championship match. It was the Open Championship series that they do for the U.S. title. It is Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley.
Yeah. Although the match was good.
Match was good, but look, it's just all right. I don't know. It could have been better. They could have used the spot to premiere someone. Mm-hmm. They could have used the spot for a lot of things that weren't just Mojo Rawley, I guess. I don't know.
You know who I'd really like to see as the United States champion, although it would require a roster change, is Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor would make a good United States champion.
I think Finn Balor for me is an IC champion.
That'd be good.
I can see the belt on him looks good. Like the everything about it kind of fits.
Yeah. I think they need to give him some kind of title at this point. I mean, it's just insane the way he's been kind of treated at WWE. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how this man gets to be the first Universal Champion, gets injured, and then comes back, and it's like, and they're like, all right, man, well, you're back.
I feel like what happened was Vince was like, oh, you're going to put it on a little guy? And then this happens, and he's like, oh, looks like little guys can't take it. And Brock Lesnar. Yeah. So anyway, now I'm all depressed.
Sorry, man. Yeah.
Now I'm like Martin. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah,
so, Ryan saying he'd already forgotten about the Bludgeon Brothers since that's a Vince creation. AOP would get buried on SmackDown Live. Yeah. They on SmackDown Live they would, on Raw they would make sense, even with Paul Ellering in tow. Like, it would still make sense. Yeah. And just do them as that. Who was Umaga and Rosie were 3-second warning way back with Eric Bischoff, 2004, 2005 I think it was. Like, play him in that role. Like, they're going to come out and whip the shit out of you, and no matter who you are. And then you can run him into Braun Strowman one day and then have, like, an insane monster match. Those dudes are spot monkeys on top of everything. Yeah. They do crazy spots. So, I don't know, I think they would fit. So anyway, Bobby Roode wins this versus Mojo. Rawley, anyway. So, all right, so going on to the main card. I'm not going to do this in any particular order. I don't think I have it in that order. Actually, let's see. Opening match was AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
This is the match I was most disappointed with.
Me too.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be an AJ Styles match. Yeah. That bummed me out.
I would have loved to have seen Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn be champions. So, like, that would have been... I mean, not only is it
a
just
free-birded title,
exactly. Well, not even that. Not even for the fact that that it's just a unique way to have your champion. You know, like it's just something. Not that it's new, but it's fun at least because it's something that hasn't really been done. You know, recently. So at least it would be something new. And maybe
for the world title, never.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's never been.
So it's something new, breathes a little bit of fresh air into that, but it also lends itself to phenomenal storytelling because you know eventually
you have something there.
Yeah, eventually you can lead up to the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens split.
Yeah, well they're kind of tempting that now on SmackDown, and we'll get to that in a little bit because of the results of what happened here at the Rumble. I loved it so much. I love these two. Yeah. Team Discovery Channel's the best. They're the best, man.
Exactly.
But I'm a Kevin Owens mark, definitely.
It just felt like I get why, I mean, don't get me wrong, AJ Styles is a deserving champion, and he has the talent, he's got the work ethic, he's got the work rate and all that stuff. I just feel like it's a missed opportunity.
It really is.
Yeah,
I think
that's what kills me the most.
And what's even better about this is that Kevin Owens has a back injury that we know of currently. So it would make sense to do this because you can put the belt on Owens. Yeah. He's amazing on the microphone. Yeah. This dude knows how to talk. He can do minor spots. He doesn't, don't make him do crazy stuff. Yeah. And occasionally he can jump in the ring and do like a quick squash match or a gimmicky match. And have have Zayn do all of the heavy lifting. Yeah. And just doing all the matches and all, like, everywhere. And just, we're good until KO's fine. And then you go, hey, look, KO's in a bigger match.
Or even what would have been at least really good in my opinion is kind of have that set up like you did where...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Farouk just burned Martin.
Oh, nice.
So, we'll actually jump into the chat here real quick. Ryan is saying that Mojo without Ryder just ain't cutting it, whereas Mal says he's liking him a lot more post Ryder. What do you think?
See, I don't know too much about. I don't really watch a lot of SmackDown because unfortunately the way my work schedule goes, usually I'm home on Monday night to watch Raw. And then I don't get the chance to watch SmackDown, so I don't really know too much of the dynamic between Mojo and Ryder. So the few matches I have caught with him or with them, they seemed pretty good together. you know, really, my biggest thing is Mojo. He looks mad out of shape, in my opinion. Like, that's really my biggest thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what? No, that's interesting because I have to wonder if that's actually a side effect of not being around Zack Ryder as much.
is that
Ryder's he's a gym guy,
okay.
so he's always ripped up. So much like I think Cesaro has made Sheamus better, I think Mojo was made thinner and a little better by being around someone like Ryder. You remove Ryder and suddenly it's like, I don't gotta go to the gym as much. I don't need to do as much cardio.
Because Mojo's the one that's friends with
Gronk,
right? So yeah, they're probably partying
out.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to the Super Bowl, bro. I'm going to WrestleMania, bro. No, they were great though. I think as the Hype Bros, I really enjoyed them more. Yeah. Individually, he's still wearing like the neon colors and stuff. I think you strip him down. I'd like to see him as a black tights wrestler.
Yeah.
Black boots, black tights, black knee pads, black elbow pads. That's it. Maybe take
Black Cadillac.
Yeah. Hey, the boy's a time bomb. Call him a time bomb, dude.
No, that's more of a Sami. That's more of a Sami Zayn thing to have like a bunch of to have him wear like white boots and black shorts.
Well, look, no, that's if we apply it to Sami, that's where he comes out in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And then maybe comes out with like Rancid playing him down, which would be
sweet.
something that could happen and would be awesome. Come on, WWE, this would be awesome. Make that happen. The hell, they can make the Warp Tour happen. I'm pretty sure WWE can get Rancid to play.
Yeah.
So anyway. No, but I think if it was a full gimmick, that you could apply it like that.
Yeah, you could,
and just have him be almost like the New Japan style or Goldberg.
Yeah, he's
the Destroyer.
He's dropped Ryder because he's weighed him down, and now he's kind of all business and just
because that's what they're putting on him. That's what the angle they're going for him. So why not just strip him down?
Yeah. So I want to hear this burn. All
right, so let's. So we'll go back in. That's our thoughts on that.
Yep.
Mal's saying they just don't really have a storyline for.
Welcome to the WWE. Farouk, not having storylines.
Farouk comes in with, "Damn, where's He says he's like our governor. Dan Malloy, who cannot get through anything without
It's the Obama effect is really what I could, because Obama does that kind of I guess stutter to kind of put emphasis on words, and then...
Well, see, the other part of it though is that I've been watching a lot of videos on how to eliminate
the ums,
the ums and the ers and the you know what I means, you know what I'm saying. And a lot of it is, and Corey Graves actually employs this, it's when you don't have something to say, shut up. Don't try to keep talking, because then that's what happens.
Yeah.
And our governor just can't stop himself.
Not that he has anything smart to say to begin with.
I think our governor seriously comes out and they're like, all right, we really have to talk about this bill before we go out there. He's like, yeah, I got it. Bill, let me see. Okay, we're good. Let's get out there. It's like, no, don't. So Farouk asking, what is on your wrist?
Oh, and it's yes.
It is the Yokai Watch.
That is the Yokai Watch.
If you go back to our very early live episodes, like episode 1 or 2.
I have no idea.
It was before Akiba Underground, and that was like episode 6 or 7.
Something like that.
It's very early on, and Martin just kept making fun of the watch, and we were hating on it. And Chris said, "You say one more thing, I'm gonna wear it for every episode." And that was like 6 months ago.
Yep. I rock it.
You've only forgotten it like twice.
Yeah, and that's because I think now I just leave it here, and it's a part. It's a prop.
It's a prop.
But before
Chris comes in and it's like sitting on his chair.
Before I was bringing it home, and then one afternoon, one evening before I was heading down here, I think I was running late and everything.
Yeah,
and
you forgot it.
And I forgot it. But now it is here. It is part of the show. And when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to autograph it. And one lucky 5 Alive subscriber on the 1,000 subscribers going to get this Yokai Watch.
Chris Yokai Watch. It's gonna smell like Slim Jims.
Yes, exactly.
The man eats a lot of Slim Jims.
Actually, I don't.
They're the worst thing in the world. When the second ingredient in anything is mechanically separated chicken, you want to I'm good.
Yeah.
That said, I love Slim Jims.
Speaking of, I know we're kind of getting off the
path. We're way off the path of wrestling.
I'm sorry.
We'll get back to the Royal Rumble eventually.
But speaking of things that you should not eat, or drink, that I used to drink a lot of and almost did on Sunday, So I went to D&D on Sunday night, and I stop at the 7-Eleven near my friend's house that we play at. And it's been, what, five months since I've had an energy drink, right? So,
It's been a long time,
So I stopped in October, and it is now January. And then February, really. And last Sunday, a new organic Rockstar energy drink surfaced at the 7-Eleven. Yeah.
That's Chris's jam right there.
Yeah.
That's the one, too. Like, the brand, the type, oh, snap.
Yeah.
Chris is back in the fold.
And the guy that works there goes, hey, man, hey, bro, there's a new energy drink. It's organic and everything. And I'm like, really? Like, I haven't seen that in forever. And he points it out to me. And I'm like, oh, it's a Rockstar? He's like, yeah, man, everything. He's like, it's a different flavor, though, because this one's got, like, a red stripe. And the other one had green. I'm like, all right. So I'm looking at...
This one tastes like Mila Kunis' bathwater.
Dude,
like,
I'm like, dude, I'm going to take all of them. I was like, you got some in the back?
Take a crate.
Yeah, you got the case? Set
this
it all
is going
out.
to be weird.
So I had it in my hand, and I think I might have to change my handle from Chris to Gandhi, because I had it in my hand... And I put it back.
Get out of here.
Yep.
No. You've been like waiting for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had it in my hand and I looked at it and I was like, dude, if I drink an energy drink now, like my body.
You know what? I think your hair would grow.
Hey, baby. Oh, then I should.
Take a sip and be like, oh no, it would then go completely white and fall out like Zoidberg.
There you go. Yeah.
It
was bad. I had it in the hand and I contemplated it for probably about like maybe 2 minutes and I stood there and I was looking at it and I just couldn't. I put it back. Like
before we get into Rumble, I am going to say one of the grossest, craziest things I do. I love it.
Yeah.
I learned this from Wendy Williams. Mommy T hates when I do this. I love Slim Jims.
Yeah.
Like straight up for real. I take a lighter or some kind of flame, and you torch up the outside. It's like crunchy and hot. It's so good. And Wendy Williams, I remember seeing this on the Soup, and she's got like a lighter. She's like, and it's crackling. You hear it crackling? And I swear to God, dude, it's like one of the best things out there. It's so disgusting and it's so good.
I'll have to try. Speaking of weird combinations, right? I was telling Rebecca the other day that I like to eat a can of kidney beans, like cooked kidney beans, with eggs. Like you take like a sunny side up egg or two, and then you plop it on top of the beans after they're cooked, and then you just eat the. And I don't know, that's just a weird combination for me. Eggs and beans together. I've never like really noticed anybody that's eaten. No, it's not.
I've seen that.
Nice.
You got Mexico. Mexico does that like all the time. Dude,
that's awesome. Then
they call that breakfast.
Eggs and beans together, dude. I'd love to eat that for breakfast. Eggs and beans together. You slice the yolk up, and then comes down onto the kidney beans.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan. Yeah, Wendy Williams is in the talk show. Yeah, so it was back when the Soup was on with Joel McHale, and Wendy Williams always would say the craziest shit on her show. So
they're like, "Hey, come to our show and say."
This was one of the clips that they played on the Soup. So, and it just has always stuck with me as one of the funniest things, and one of those things you laugh at, and then you find yourself sitting there 3 o'clock in the morning,
like, "Oh, a Slim Jim's crackling!"
Torch Slim Jims, and you're like, "Damn you, Wendy Williams!" Yeah, no, absolutely, Wendy Williams talk show. All right, so let's get back into the Rumble. Before I have to go to 7-Eleven.
Give me all your Slim Jims.
I'll take them.
Give me all your Slim Jims and that blue lighter. I need it.
Yeah, Wendy Williams lighter. So AJ defends after a little bit of shenanigans, as always. But Kevin Owens ends up losing it. He gets the pin. This is one of those matches where literally everything you thought was going to happen happened. Now, the problem is that Kevin was pinned, but Kevin was not the legal man. We'll get back to that in a minute, those sons of bitches. So, moving on, we then, I believe, there was one more match in between. Again, I don't have it in order here, so I'm trying to remember how it was. I think the next match was the Usos in the Bar. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus the Bar.
Bar
Bar win this one. Beautiful match. Jordan hits his head early and then plays the
like I'm
concussed.
Yeah.
I can't really do it. So Seth really takes a beating. This was like the let's beat up Seth Rollins match. They smash him around.
They should have had someone. They should have had someone come down to the ring and be like, "I'll be your partner, man!" Like in the middle, that would have been awesome.
Farouk thinks that Wendy Williams may be a drag queen. I don't think so, as she has a husband and a child that she birthed. So definitely not, but she is a large lass.
She is.
I saw her stand next to Howard Stern, and they were like eye to eye, and then you go, Howard Stern's like 6'5". Yeah. That dude's like Big Bird. So,
and what they didn't show you in that picture was Howard Stern was wearing a pair of heels to get up to Wendy Williams' level.
He was wearing those Pee Wee Herman heels.
Yes, those platform boots or whatever.
So, so Rollins now, he gets tagged out. Jordan finally gets ready to come back in. Tags in, and then immediately I can't do it, and goes right back out. Now, what's really happening here, if I'm correct, it's a back injury. He's nursing a back injury. This needed to happen. They had to lose. Bar do what they do. Match over. We're good.
Yeah.
We can move on now. I guess they're not. So we will see Seth Rollins versus Samson Cesaro plus
they'll
person.
They'll figure someone out.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle.
You hurt my boy. You hurt my boy. I'm gonna get revenge for my sweet, sweet angel.
My sweet angel. He's holding him like Jesus, like my baby boy.
That
just
Jason
draped over him.
I can see Jason Jordan like in a wheelchair wheeling that. Don't take this away from me, Dad. Don't take this away. I can still wrestle.
I can see his tiny Tim with like the one little crippled up bacon leg.
Don't take this away from me, Dad. Don't take this away. I can still do it. I can still fight, Dad. I can fight.
God, I hated every last second of that.
That'd be amazing. Dude, know what they should do? Kurt Angle wrestling with Seth Rollins, and then Jason Jordan wheeling down to the announcer booth, and just calling the match, and like having everything his dad do be amazing. And they'd be like, oh yeah, and then Sheamus, chops like,
chop from Sheamus. Here comes the finisher. Oh my God, Kurt Angle! Kurt Angle moved! So, Ryan says...
So, cut the
commercial. I wish there might even be a way where I could, seriously, click, the technical difficulties, the boo.
Oh, that's amazing. That is an amazing match.
I just want to see Tiny Tim Jason Jordan calling a match through sobs. He's that's what I think you forgot too, is he's also trying to stifle back, crying his eyes out.
You shouldn't be.
Oh, but he's not mad that he's not wrestling with Seth.
Yeah.
He's not wrestling with Kurt.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Fantastic. See, this is what the WWE needs to do.
Listen to two fat idiots in a room full of toys. I like it. So, so there's no payoff for Seth turning on Jason Jordan, which I thought that's what they were setting up with the kick that week before on Raw. This was a really good chance for just a little bit of accidental, I tripped you or I hit you. They blew it. Yeah. It's WWE.
Exactly.
So, no, we get no payoff now. Who does Seth Rollins wrestle at WrestleMania?
Dude, Finn Balor. just
Finn Balor for the We Like You championship. It's just a small trophy.
Dude,
it's like a bowling trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally a bowling trophy.
It's like we found this slammy in the basement. Here, let's dust it off and give it.
It's like Gold Dust's most bizarre one. Oh jeez. So So we get into the men's rumble.
Yeah.
This
now the
I
rumble,
loved.
yeah, the rumble was good because the person who won was not the person everyone thought was going to win. So that was fantastic.
Here's the
good
best
on you,
part.
WWE. Good
The best
on
part
you.
was they were in Philly.
Yep.
Had they pulled any shenanigans, there was absolutely no way Philly was going to let them get away with this. They would have torn that place down brick by brick. They're not accepting this again. And I think it was 2014, the year they wanted it to be Daniel Bryan to win.
Yep.
And then Bryan gets thrown out.
Yep.
And it's in Philadelphia. And that's also the year of like the Yes movement.
Mm.
And then Roman Reigns wins the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble. Not good. Like, that was as bad could be.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
I think it was 14 or 15. I can't remember the year. If you guys remember, leave it in the chat.
Even the Raw in Philly, they were given the. I mean, we're skipping ahead a little bit, but we can obviously we'll go back to going in depth more, but they were giving John Cena the business during so yeah
Dude, Philly's brutal, man.
Yeah, it's a tough crowd up there.
Philly was brutal, especially in this Rumble.
Yeah. So
we'll just kind of fast forward through it a little bit. Here, let me see if I could get the order. We had Finn coming out second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. So first was Aiden English coming out. I'm going, is it Aiden English?
Yeah.
Like this would kind of, I don't get it. Like immediately I'm like, I don't get this.
Yeah.
They, it didn't feel right. And then he does the, it's Rusev Day. That place blew up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was going to be that.
Is Rusev? Are they on SmackDown? Rusev Day? Are they SmackDown or are they Raw? Because
that's SmackDown.
Too bad. That'd be an awesome. What do you call it? Feud. With the club or the bar. I'm sorry, the bar. That'd be. I'd like to see those matches.
Yeah. No, we're not getting that. They're rotting. Well, they're doing well over on SmackDown, but it's just weird because Aiden English has no heat.
Yeah.
He comes out later in the match to like no pop, whereas they were ready to tear the place down for Rusev.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the entrances as they came out. We're on 2018. So we did get a. Here we go. Order of entry. All right, so first up we have Rusev, then Finn Balor. Kind of expected the Demon to come out.
Yeah.
Was a little bummed out that he didn't come out as the Demon.
I hate that he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, it kills me, man.
That's the one reason why I am not a Finn Balor fan. I don't like that he doesn't come out.
I want to see it every time.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know what the hell the problem is.
Yeah. I don't know if he's just trying to replicate his New Japan stuff or whatever, or trying to replicate that. I guess that kind of.
Well, Ryan Buchanan here is saying, "How dare you, sir? I love his face."
Yeah.
Look, I just want to see the Demon.
Yeah, exactly. Why is it all of a sudden now that he doesn't want to do it anymore? Like, is it just that it just takes too long to get ready? Is that what it is? He's like, you know what? I don't want to sit in a chair for however long.
Like Anderson and Gallows. Gallows used to come out painted too.
Yeah.
They were paint dudes. It was awesome, but he doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's lame. I don't know. I don't like the whole just leather jacket. James Dean looking style.
And this time he had like maroon tights on.
Yeah,
like the maroon, and he always does the matching tights with knee pads and like. So I have a feeling he goes through like the wrestling catalog and he's like, "Oh, all one color? I'll take it."
They're like, they give you a deal if you buy everything matching, and he's like, "All right, let's do it. One solid thing."
Yeah, Ryan's got a point. He says because Vince hung his push on it, the whole thing with the Demon. And everything.
It's just.
I get it. So all right, so we get Rhino comes down. This is only like his second time in the Rumble. It's really early. He's got the beard going. He's looking super thick. He didn't win his election, so he's ready to beat some people up. He slides in, gets kind of smacked around a little bit. Rusev's looking good.
Yeah.
I did not. For anyone who knows this show knows I didn't like Rusev, and I didn't like the Usos either. Yeah. And now I'm like Usos. Right. Yeah, no, he was.
That's right.
He's day one-ish.
Yep.
Day one-ish.
Yeah.
So Bald Spot Corbin comes out, and dude, it's time to give up, bro. Like you've got more hair than I do. He has the amount of hair you do.
Yeah.
If you just like let it grow and like just let it fall out as it fell out, and didn't like. it's gone, bro.
Yeah.
It's cool. Get into a hair match. It's all right.
Yeah.
Have somebody else do it for you. Like, it looks rad as hell. You just go bald, man. It's okay.
Just
cool, bro.
Just shave it down, man. You'll be part of an elite fraternity of men.
Yeah. Dude, we love Day One is H. It's still one of my favorite. From last year, that might be one of my favorite WWE things, I think. So yeah, no, the sad belly button Baron Corbin, he gets tossed, and now Heath Slater's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin is irate. He's beating the shit out of everybody. He deep sixes Rusev, I believe, in the ring, and it was like so funny because you could clearly see the way he jumped into the.
Yeah.
It was, anyway. So whatever happened, he gets to the outside. He does it to Rhino, I believe. He gives a deep six to Rhino. Again, I don't remember the order exactly. As he's walking out, Heath Slater's music comes on. That I got him down,
Yeah.
and he gets his ass clotheslined into next week by Baron Corbin.
Nice.
Dude, the belly button was sad, and it was throwing out haymakers. He clotheslined him so hard. So now becomes why I love the Royal Rumble, because of the little jokes that are. So now everyone who comes out gives a little hit to Heath Slater, just a little kick, a little punch to the face, or something. Just amazing. Elias comes down. I love Elias. I think his stuff's getting better and better. His Raw was really good this week. I appreciate the fact that he really learned how to play his guitar.
Yeah.
And he's getting like markedly better. Now he's really starting to play.
I'm just not sure if he's on the roid train or not.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, oh, yeah, okay.
Look at the dude.
Yeah, I like.
He's on roids, like loves McDonald's. Because he's like juiced up big. Like he's like Glenn Danzig, but like 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
He's a monster. Dude, hell yeah, he's juiced. Which, still I understand that it's illegal in sports like baseball, because these are like real competitions. This is wrestling. Let him juice. It's a performance. Does steroids matter?
I think they should be allowed to use steroids in every sport.
Just let them all juice?
Just let them all do it.
Just you want to see like 700-foot home runs?
Yeah, no. See, what they should have done, this was my idea. After the nuclear radiation leak or whatever in Japan, they should have had the Olympics in Tokyo. And then maybe gotten the athletes, nuclear, because that's how you get superpowers, right? From nuclear.
It's also how you get cancer.
Yeah.
It's also how you get massive tumors.
You gotta take the good with the bad.
So you gotta break a few eggs. Exactly. If we're gonna get a Superman, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, I want to see a javelin launched into the stratosphere. That's really,
Oh shit! Now it's my turn to laugh.
I just think we're getting to that point where we should have a javelin launched onto the moon. If you can't throw a javelin onto the surface of the moon, you can't be an Olympian.
You're not in the Olympics.
Or you're not an Olympian, or you need to get more radiation into you. Like hang out at Chernobyl. And
jeez, now you're going for the heart of it.
Yeah. I think that's what they should have done. No, seriously, athletes are going to do that.
Yeah. Well, right now, Jinder Mahal very clearly is doing that.
I think they should let the athletes do it, and whatever. What does it matter? What does it hurt the game?
Yeah.
If everybody's doing it, yeah. If everyone's doing it, what does it hurt baseball? That a man is hitting 75 or 80 home runs.
It resurrected baseball after a strike, but that's another show, and we'll get to that later. Right now, so we had Elias come down. Ryan says, I love how he's on the radiation thing. Like, that's not a thing that's happening. Like, it's a thing that's happening.
I'm sure the Soviets had some kind of plan for
just like
radiation
roids.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, they saw Rocky IV and they're like, wait, can that be a real guy for us? Can we make him? So All right, so Slater, Elias, he kicks Slater too.
Yeah,
Almost comes down. Now, this was a big surprise because he had wrestled the night before defending the NXT Championship successfully. Amazing match. Again, every match was on point.
Yeah.
Almost comes down. That's pretty good. Bray Wyatt. Now we have... and now, again, everyone is hitting Heath Slater as he's coming down. So we get Bray. Big E is the next in line. Big E decides instead of hitting Heath Slater, he prop him up on the ring, pulls a stack of pancakes out of his tights, and shoves them into Heath Slater's mouth to give him some power pancakes.
Sounds good.
Absolutely gross.
Yeah.
So now we have the 10th entrant. We all know who this is going to be. Everyone's getting excited. Now it's 10.
Yeah.
10. And like there's no real countdown. It's not 10, 9, 8. It's 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
So they are fired up, and it goes to backstage, and Sammy and KO are whipping the shit out of Ty Dillinger.
Nice.
And KO goes, all right, I'm gonna go do this. Sammy goes, no, stop. I got this.
Yeah.
And he runs out, gets kicked out in about 5 minutes. So in the same night, we have KO getting pinned and Sammy getting thrown out. Now they're both mad. There's a little bit of anger, and that does come up a little bit later on. So Sheamus comes out, and he grabs Heath Slater and throws him into the ring. Now, officially, Heath Slater's not touched the ring, so he's not in the Rumble until he officially gets in. He's also not out of the Rumble. He just hasn't quite entered. So he gets thrown in by Sheamus. Sheamus then gets up into the ring, gives a taunt. He pushes a directional pad on his controller.
Yeah.
He does a quick taunt and gets his ass clotheslined right back over the top of the ring, or the rope. That's it. Sheamus is out. Oh, you know what? I gave the matches out of order because Sheamus and Seth Rollins appear in the Royal Rumble, but have their matches afterwards. So, whatever. Xavier Woods comes down. We get Apollo Crews, then at number 14, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Mananuki.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, I agree with you, man. Either pull the trigger with Dillinger or don't. He's saying, so tired of Dillinger getting wasted, like I'm perpetually triggered. Absolutely. Every time I see him, I'm just like, this is going to be bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to do something bad to him. The dude is over. Just let him be over. Like, stop with this Daniel Bryan building of faces. Like, let the crowd say, we like this guy and give us what we want. Look how awesome this is working with Kevin and AJ and Sammy and, like, all these guys who are just really awesome. Bobby Roode. We just love him for what he is. We don't want what you want to make him. We love him for what he is. They tried to heal him. They tried to make him a heel right off the bat on the main roster. It did not work. Not even a little bit. So
that's probably why he's getting punished. Vince is like, you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you in a Punjabi prison.
Oh, jeez. Trigger. Punjabi trigger. So now Cesaro comes down. I absolutely love Cesaro.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, he moves up further on my list. So we get Kofi. And now Kofi this year, as we all know.
Kofi's not my guy.
You don't like Kofi.
I'm not
we all know that Kofi's
going
to do the crazy. Something's going to happen. He gets tossed out. The New Day guys get thrown out. He gets tossed out onto the New Day guys. Now his feet haven't touched the ground. So he gets up and he doesn't know what to do with the foot.
Yeah.
They're like holding his foot up in the air so that it hasn't gone down. And Big E decides, wait a minute, plate of pancakes. Yeah. They put the pancakes down, he puts his foot on the pancakes, and then he's able to jump back into the ring.
Nice.
And,
that's pretty sweet.
Ultimately, he gets thrown out, and that's always the next thing that happens. So it's fine. It's always the joke of him going through that. So then we get Jinder Mahal, who is a walking violation.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know who he thinks he's fooling or what's going on here, but here's the thing. They very rarely, when a guy gets popped for steroid use or performance-enhancing drugs, it's not that gets him. It's the cover-up that gets him, and the cover-up is this female hormone that I don't know what it's really for. It's like an
Mhm.
estrogen blocker or something like that.
Okay.
It's something that happens when you take these steroids. So the reason why you take this is so you don't get boobs.
Mm.
Jinder Mahal
Yeah.
is getting the boobs.
Yeah.
He's either going to have to deal with big tits or he's going to have to take this stuff, which is then going to immediately throw off
Yeah.
every test. Like
all of the orphan cats that are around the arenas that they're going to be at are going to be following him around.
Yeah. Well, he's going to start lactating mid-match.
Oh, God, yeah. Jinder Mahal, God.
I just thought of basketball.
Yes, yeah, the psych out. Yeah,
the psych out?
fantastic. That's too good for Jinder Mahal, though. That is even...
Screw Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, I hate him.
What do we call him? Zitty titties?
Yeah, yep.
So, his back knee is now chest knee, and his chest knee's got back knee. This dude is deep.
Yeah.
So anyway, run through some entrants real quick. We got Rollins, Woken Matt, John Cena, surprise entrant, number 21, the Hurricane Shane Helms,
Nice.
who does come down to the stand back. The Hurricane's coming through. Oh, yeah. Well, all right. So, Ryan saying it's gynecomastia is real and he has it. The open sores on his face should tell the tale. I'm telling you, the dude, it's happening. Like he's gonna have to take that drug to save himself from the next step of like horribleness. It's just gonna cost him 2 months out of wrestling. So
Yeah, not
let's
like it
see.
matters. He's not the champion.
Yeah, exactly. So who gives a crap? All right, so we got Helms comes down. He gets in the ring and he does his whole gimmick.
Mhm.
He gets in front of Cena now. They launched pretty much around the same time in WWE, and he gives him the choke slam. Like he puts his hand around Cena's neck, like I'm gonna choke slam you, and naturally he immediately gets thrown out.
Of course.
On the ground, he gets up. Everyone, this is a Philly crowd. Everyone's kind of booing, half cheering, laughing, whatever. Dude gets up and does the hurricane thing.
Yeah.
Place pops. He walks like 50 feet, does it again. Place pops. Gets to the top of the ring or on top of the ramp. Place pops. He just kept doing it because why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Aiden English comes down to a dead arena. Adam Cole, big surprise. Adam Cole, baby. So, all right, so who was the GM? I was saying I didn't watch 205. If you guys can leave in the chat here, I don't want to have to jump onto Google here as I already am on anyway. So, my father says, Jinder messed with the bad camel and got the shit.
Nice.
Hey, that could happen.
Yeah.
He is Indian, but I'm pretty sure he's actually Canadian.
He's like Canadian, yeah, exactly.
He would, if Vince told him to be Middle Eastern, he's already been playing that card anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, sorry, we got Adam Cole, Randy Orton, who gives one of the sickest RKO's to Almas I've ever seen. Beautiful, almost like jumps more than halfway across the ring to this perfect RKO. We start seeing the ring kind of clear out a little bit more. Titus O'Neil makes his entrance. Who cares? Number 26, The Miz. I am a Miz fan right now.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely in love with him. We get number 7, the big surprise, Rey Mysterio. Awesome. We just recently saw him at an NEW show, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was Rey Mysterio. That's what I figured they were going to do. All right, so Rockstar Spud, but they gave him a new name, Ray M. All right, so Rey Mysterio's the 205 general manager, I guess. Hey, I'm good.
Hey. Maybe he can drag it out from the...
Oh, yeah, no. Ray is also more than likely on steroids. He looks like a very small version of Jinder Mahal, but without the boobs and more tattoos. It was crazy. What was great was they were throwing around double finishers like crazy. So Roman Reigns comes out at 28. So we get a few pretty good spots here. We see Roman Reigns double Superman punching both Miz Taraj members with one punch. This is after he goes to throw the Miz goes to get thrown out, and they run up to catch the Miz to push him back in.
Nice.
Beautifully shot. They come out of nowhere. So next step we
How many people are in the Rumble? 32?
30.
30, okay.
So they get the punch. Miz gets then thrown out. Cena and Reigns catch a double 619 from Rey Mysterio.
Wow, yeah.
So that was pretty fun to see. Goldust at number 29 because I guess
why not? Why not?
Why he wasn't lower on like somewhere in the mid 20s and you put anybody else at that spot? I just don't get it. But whatever. Number 30, Dolph Ziggler. But why?
Yeah.
Like, again, I was very happy to see Ziggler. I actually love Dolph Ziggler. He's just awesome. But this made no sense. If you weren't going to give it to him, why put him at 30? There's a lot of other people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Spud is the GM. Oh, gotcha. Spud Rockstar or Rockstar, whatever. Rockstar Spud.
Yeah.
So basically, right here when we get to the end, the throwouts are Orton goes, then Mysterio, then Balor, and so at this point in the match we have Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
We have John Cena and Roman Reigns in the ring. New Generation versus Old Generation. Drake Maverick. That's not a bad name. Better than Rockstar Spud. So Cena and Reigns stare each other down. They're in Philly. Philly boos the shit out of this.
I can only imagine.
They destroyed this. Just absolutely booing it. I don't remember what they chanted, but it was, "We hate this," or "We hate you," or "This sucks balls." It was something to that extent where you're hearing it, it's like, go.
Yeah.
He immediately, they move their little deal to the side, and Finn and Shin give each other the look, and everyone's like, yeah! So it really showed, like, we don't want this old stuff. We want this new stuff. So, anyway, Balor gets chucked. Cena gets chucked. Right after this, Roman Reigns and Shinsuke Nakamura actually have a pretty good back and forth.
That's the thing about Roman Reigns. I think if you put him in a match with someone who knows what they're doing, you can get a good match out of him. He can elevate himself. But if you put him in a match with another big dude like John Cena, and it's just, like punch for punch or whatever, it's boring.
Who cares?
But he can. But I've seen Roman Reigns do some really cool stuff. Like Roman Reigns needs to do what John Cena did when John Cena was the United States champion. He expanded his repertoire a little bit, and he was pulling out some moves that he'd never done before.
Well, when he was in the match against AJ, he showed stuff like, whoa, where did this come from?
Exactly, and I think that's really what Roman needs to do too, is just kind of just expand your arsenal just a little bit, a little bit. And
put the effort in.
Yeah, and the WWE needs to put him with someone, put him in a feud with someone who knows what they're doing and can kind of, get Roman to elevate
Finn
himself.
Balor.
Yeah, if Finn Balor, or even, like I said, we mentioned this before too, that match that he had with Jason Jordan was really good.
Yeah, Jordan's a great worker.
Yeah.
Jordan, just because he's not on the same level championships wise as a Roman Reigns, he's been around longer than Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Just as long as Roman Reigns, and is just naturally better.
Yeah.
He just isn't a Samoan with the right kind of last name.
Mm-hmm.
So let's so anyway, Shinsuke tosses out Roman, pretty clean toss out. Does all of his posing, all of his crazy stuff. So Shinsuke Nakamura then chooses, I'm gonna wrestle AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I think that what we're gonna see here is somehow this may be a 4-way match between Sammy and
KO,
AJ and Shin.
That'd be good, yeah.
Oh boy. I'll do the Martin. I can only come so many times, is what he would say. So, alright, good night, Father. He says later he's got to go. Felt like Shinsuke is a knockoff of the X-Pac gimmick.
Nice.
He does kind of do some other things. He does. God damn. Why did you say that? Now that's all I'm going to see when I see Shinsuke Nakamura. So, we'll move on to the Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Kane. This is exactly what we thought was going to happen. Just to fast forward through it. The things that happened. Strowman knees Lesnar in the side of the head for real by mistake. Brock Lesnar for real punches Braun Strowman dead in the face and knocks him down. Yeah. It was insane. I may not be a fan of Brock Lesnar, but the man is an animal, and I understand what he is, and I'm terrified of him, as everyone should be. So Kane eats the pin. Brock retains his title. A whole bunch of stuff gets smashed up. Okay.
At least Kane didn't win.
Yeah, no, that was never going to happen. Yeah. That would have happened. So Usos versus Golden Rings, Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin. We get Usos winning 2-0 in the best 2 out of 3. Why didn't this go 2-1?
Yeah,
kind of weird.
1-1, and then
why is this such a burial of the Golden Rings? I don't understand. It made them look very, very weak. So Women's Rumble. It kind of exactly what you thought was going to happen. The Attitude Era women showed up just like you thought. Trish Stratus at number 30. We had Jacqueline, who's still a great worker. Molly Holly, who is my new crush. Asuka wins this.
Yes.
And it makes no sense as to why Asuka won this. We know Asuka is going to go after Alexa Bliss no matter what. Yeah. We know that Ronda Rousey was going to get involved. And this is that we were going to see this. So why give it to Asuka? Why not give it to Sasha? Mm-hmm. Have Sasha go maybe develop story that way. Are we really going to see Ronda Rousey wrestle for the title at WrestleMania? That's crazy.
I was on board with the Royal Rumble event until Stephanie McMahon called Ronda Rousey Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
She was legitimately wearing Roddy Piper's jacket too, given to by the Sun.
I don't know.
Big thumbs down?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Shitting on that one, huh?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
How do you give... I mean, how do you give a new, green wrestler...
Mm-hmm. Like a Hall of Famer, epic
legend, exactly.
Yep.
That's BS. I mean...
well, that's her fighting name, too, though. I do know that. That is her fighting name. But she did come out wearing his jacket with his font and everything.
Yeah, so, that's not cool.
I don't like it myself.
Yeah.
And she can't talk on the microphone, so they did the only thing they could have done and had her just point at the sign a bunch of times. So there's your Royal Rumble. Asuka wins. She's going after Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, she shook Asuka's hand too, didn't she?
Yes. Yeah. I do believe. So, but yeah, Rousey says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Let me just get the Monday Night Raw card here. We're going to go through Raw pretty fast. Not a lot really happened. I thought there would be more, but there just wasn't.
There was a few really good matches, but the rest was kind of bleh.
Yeah, just kind of good.
Dude, that last...
Oh, the ultimate burial right there as the picture comes up. That's the picture of what being buried looks like.
Yes.
Right there. I'm looking at
and
John Cena. Oh, yeah. Chris called it immediately.
Yeah.
Text both me and Martin and say, oh, here it comes. It is John Cena with Finn Balor up on his shoulders, and he's given the too sweet, awful. That's it. You're done.
Yeah,
you're done, son.
That match occurred, or when they announced that match on the card at the beginning, I messaged them and I said, "Oh, it looks like the burial of Finn Balor continues." And Martin responded like, "Oh no, Finn's so over. He's gonna win this, and John Cena just kind of exists to put people over and yada yada yada, and then look what happens."
So Ryan here's he said that Piper did actually give her his name. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Still, I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Cena beating Finn was a travesty.
Yeah.
This was just shouldn't have happened. I don't get it.
And the fans were relentless, and there was a few times where Cena stopped and was like, "I'm just trying to get to WrestleMania, man," and just kind of getting all "Oh, why are you guys booing me?" And I'm working hard, man. It's like, dude, no.
Enough.
Yeah.
So,
and the last man standing match was horrendous.
Yeah.
That was so dumb.
So dumb.
You build up this huge match, oh yeah, man, you just have to knock them down, and oh my god, it's gonna be this monster match between these two big men, and then what? It's like a 5-minute match, and Braun Strowman drops the announce table on top of him or whatever.
That's their new gimmick. They just throw things on top of each other.
Yeah.
So this was an eliminator match or match to see who gets into the Elimination Chamber.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
first one was Strowman versus Kane in a last man standing match. Strowman wins it, so he's now moved on.
I think that as much as a travesty of Finn losing to Cena was, I think this match, the Braun Kane match, was the worst of the show.
Yeah, it was up there. Yeah. It was a nothing match. So Elias beats Woke and Matt Hardy to qualify the men's elimination chamber. So I like that. Elias is in the chamber.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they're building up this whatever feud between Bray and
he looks like Glenn Danzig.
Yeah,
he looks like what Glenn Danzig sees when Glenn Danzig looks in the mirror.
Yeah,
like
Northside Kings undefeated.
Northside Kings. God, my mustache has killed me tonight. You've probably seen me touch my face 1,000 times. My mustache is like poking me in the nose. It's making me insane right now.
Yeah, that was again. I like the match. Like I feel like Matt Hardy and Elias work well together, and that's a good match.
It was a solid match. Huh?
Yeah, it's a solid match of people with similar body types that kind of move the same way and everything like that. But just having Bray interrupt.
Yeah. Yep.
Why not just have Bray versus Matt Hardy for the Elimination Chamber? Like what? There you go.
There you go.
Like, you know.
Yeah, Matt Hardy so Ryan's saying I feel like Matt Hardy doesn't work at all anymore. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. And how is it? He was 1 year ago. He was the hottest thing in wrestling, and a year later he's nothing. It's Vince definitely hit the brakes on him. Not being able to be broken right away was horrible.
Yeah.
This was really
and the delete arm gesture needs to go away.
It's too close.
Yeah, dude.
It's too close to Zeke Highland. Yeah, and there's the wrong people.
There's been a few times where they've shown people doing the delete motion in the crowd, and I'm like, did they just like,
I don't think that guy's moving his hand. Yeah. That guy's not bending at the elbow.
It was pretty rough, and they need to put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, it's the laugh. It's just the laugh. They're having a laugh off between Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. So Miz retains versus Roman.
Real quick, sorry. The anecdote that Corey Graves had about Woken Matt Hardy was amazing, though.
What did he say?
Dude, I don't remember what it was, but it had something to do with like the voices that he hears or whatever. It was awesome. If anybody remembers what it is, post it in the chat or leave a comment. But Corey Graves had some really funny like anecdote about Woken Matt Hardy and like some kind of like spiritual thing that he hears and says.
Watch back
it was amazing because like Coach was like, "Oh, really?" Whatever. He's like, "Yeah, I heard it from him," or like he told me himself or something like that. It was awesome.
Yeah, Ryan's saying that Miz winning last night was the highlight of the night. It was a decent match, and I liked the way they ended it with shenanigans that were just well done. I think you're dealing with three guys who know the business well enough and know when to do things, and they did it right. So Miz does retain.
I don't know though. I think the best match of the night for me, the highlight was the Sasha Banks, what's her name, Asuka match. I thought that was a very good match. I would put that over the Miz.
So Rival defeats Heath Slater and Rhino. Just whatever. A lot of whatever on Raw. Asuka defeating Sasha Banks was really really good though.
I would have liked to have had Sasha Banks win though. Just to kind of give Asuka her first loss.
But she just won the Rumble now, so now you can't do it. And this is what this Rumble did. It put us in a weird spot by having Asuka do this because now Asuka can't lose. She can't. So now every match is a foregone conclusion for the next 2 months.
She's the Parker Lewis of the WWE universe.
She comes out with the swatch, man. I'm losing it.
I just think if anybody, not that I would mind Alexa Bliss beating Asuka, although I think you think that Asuka.
Did you just say Alexa Bliss.
I did.
So this is an accidental segue.
Oh.
But I work on quite a bit of customs.
Really? You're gonna veil this now when?
I'm gonna throw it up here. You just said Alexa Bliss.
I would have liked to have more in here.
No, I can't wait.
Yeah, okay.
I can't wait.
A live reveal.
Wait. So I had just recently, like I was saying, I do customs. In my custom phase right now. Oh, get these little macho glasses down. So I did the macho as my warm up. At the same time, I had been sculpting and recreating a female Hasbro type figure. There's no such thing. Every time I see them, they're real chunky looking. They're weird. I used parts that are Hasbro parts. I did everything I can, and I made an Alexa Bliss Hasbro's type figure.
Nice. In
one of my favorite of her costumes, which was the Iron Man costume. I then read into it a little bit more. She's a huge cosplayer. That's why the Harley Quinn thing, it wasn't her character. It was just she was doing cosplay. And then she was Iron Man. She was Freddy Krueger. So she's been all these different things. Now,
this is the only custom I will sanction.
How so?
Because it's an Alexa Bliss figure.
Okay,
that's it. It's the only reason why I approve of said customization.
Oh well, Mal Y, yes, it is Bliss. Yeah. Here, let's see. I can't see how. Oh, here I'll hold it up closer to the camera here. I can't see my computer here. Can you see it good, Chris?
Yeah. We're in a little delay.
A little bit of a delay.
You can move it a little bit closer, I think. Yeah. Waiting for you to move it. Come on, there you go. Yeah, that's better.
So this is the Alexa Bliss. I used Rick Rude's legs, which is funny because Richard Wyatt from one of the groups had said it's finally a use for Rick Rude's legs.
Nice.
And then I used the Funko Katana I shaved down the arms and all the details, gave it some bigger boobies.
Nice.
Because I realized I thought the boobs were too big, and then I put the head on with the hair and everything, and it really plays them down. Had I not gone this big, it would look like there was nothing at all. So it's kind of interesting. So that's my newest one. So when we get to over at 5 Live BPW, when we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to give away a female figure.
Nice.
I don't know which one, and I'll actually give the choice. It could be a female figure of your choosing, or it will be a Daniel Bryan. So those Daniel Bryans I had originally made for Connor's Cure a while back. I have a few left in my stock. So
so I wouldn't be mad if Alexa Bliss beats Asuka and ends her streak. I wouldn't be upset with that. But I just feel like it's I don't know. I think it maybe means a little bit more if Sasha ended it instead. I don't know.
It would be nice, but it's sadly I really don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it was a really good match though.
Just give me Botcha Banks. Yeah, she is a little bit of a botchy.
Yeah, that where she dove through the rings
Ooh,
there.
Boy, yeah. I mean, Asuka. I don't know if that was supposed to be choreographed. I don't know what happened there. It seems like it was a symphony of errors that kind of looked okay. But yikes on bikes! Like her pads caught the ropes and she just went straight down. Like that was.
And you can hear it too when she hit the ring. Yeah.
So actually, tomorrow in the studio I'll be making Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky, and Bailey.
Nice.
I'm making the 4 horsewomen on the bodies here, and I used a special kind of resin that I can. So once I get it casted, I can pull it out, and it's hard, but I can heat it up within like 8 hours. I can warm it and then bend the elbows and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to be able to bend the elbows and legs to kind of make them not all be the same. You know, Charlotte's a lot taller, so she'll probably have straighter legs.
Yeah,
you know,
it's pretty sweet.
Things like that. But so yeah, Sasha's on her way. I got to figure out which Sasha I want to make though. That's the other part. Which versions do I want to make? Kind of want to do the Bailey in the white and gold when she won the NXT Women's title versus Sasha. I think that would be pretty good, but we'll see. So back to Raw here. Wonder Woman or Eddie. Ooh, the Eddie would be pretty good. Although that Wonder Woman that Sasha was wearing at the Rumble, I immediately saw it and was like, I need to make a custom of that. I need a custom.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, where's my paint? Where's my paint? I gotta paint this. So, that might be good. Her Wonder Woman could do a superhero series. Got a Iron Man Alexa, Wonder Woman Sasha.
Yeah.
Well, I know Ryan is a collector of the female figures. So, has there been any other superhero crossovers that they've done in real life crossovers? So let's see. Going back down. So the Bar defeat Titus Worldwide. I don't expect Titus Worldwide to win the titles.
Yeah.
These guys. So this is just a nothing. Just whatever. Dana Brooke. I am.
Yeah, the nerdy statistician.
No, Brooke, dude. We're gonna move on.
So
but I got some thoughts.
Which one here? Molly Holly or Dana Brooke?
Molly Brooke?
Yeah.
How's Dana Holly? I don't know. Do I have to choose? If I have to choose, it's still gonna be Molly Holly.
Nice.
I don't know though. I was talking about Dana Brooke today, and I said that if I were to weird science a woman, she'd probably come out like Dana Brooke. And then I thought about it, I'm like, nah, I'm really bad at coding on old computers, so she'd probably look like Shayna Baszler when she came out. And I'm like, oh, that's mean to say. I'm going to say that on my show, but that was mean to say. Oh, just Alexa stuff? Yeah, dude, I want to do the Alexa Freddy Krueger. Is really, really cool, too. So we get the John Cena defeating Finn Balor. He's now in the Elimination Chamber match because who fucking cares?
Because you can't have WrestleMania without John Cena.
Oh my god! You know what? WrestleMania, the only way I think I'll accept this if we get a 3-way match, and that match is between Finn Balor as the Demon versus Bray Wyatt versus Woken Matt Hardy.
That'd be a good match.
That'd be 3 phenoms, 3 weirdos, 3. We got Taker's gone, so we need a phenom. This is a good way to get it if you're not going to have them all fight the Taker.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the end of Raw. It was just the blech.
Yeah.
I would expect a little more from them being in Philadelphia, but I guess you just can't always get what you want.
And we never get what we want from the WWE.
Seems like it. I think though, he's already booked to switch on final, but it makes Finn's loss more painful. Yeah, that's the problem. Finn lost to a super part-timer. It sucks. So while we got a few people on here, just wanted to say, jump over to that 5 Live VP Wrestling and do please subscribe. This is where we're doing our live show next week. When we get to 100 subscribers, we're giving away the Alexa Bliss on our VP channel on our Saturday live show that we do at 10:30 at night. Not Saturday Night Live. When we get to 300 subs, we're giving away our quarter scale Sub-Zero statue. We got it from Pop Culture Shock Toys. Yes. It's awesome. We have some videos of it, so go check those out. The way we give away our stuff is you got to be live. If you're live, we do the drawing right there on the little spinny wheel app. That's how you do it. You got to be subscribed and be live. We don't just give it away to people who subscribed and forgot that they subscribed to us. You have to be a live person. So that's the advantage of watching this here. We haven't done any giveaways in a while, but I think we gave away a lot of codes and games and stuff. So we'll be ramping that up here pretty soon too. So let's jump into SmackDown. So come in with a Sammy and KO are basically talking shit to AJ and Shin. Whatever. They're going to fight each other. Now, the whole thing is the whole time, and this is what I love about Shin, is that he keeps reminding Styles, that's my belt. I'm coming for that belt. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So so we get Kofi versus Zack Ryder versus Rusev versus Jinder Mahal.
Sounds pretty complicated.
Sounds it, yes. So Rusev wins it via submission. He gets Kofi into I don't remember what the name of his move is. That's the camel clutch, not camel clutch. Steiner recliner.
some form of choke out.
Yeah, it was the sit on your back and crank your whatever it's called. Yeah, we knew Rusev Day was winning, Ryan. 100%. It was gonna happen. We know actually. I'm happy Ryan's hung in here. It means he must be feeling a little bit better. He has the flu. It has hit his area. So he is currently not feeling too good. So he's hung in for the whole episode.
Wow,
That's impressive.
Dedication.
So feeling a little bit better, or you are just juiced out of your mind on medicine. So
he doesn't have the energy.
Oh, it's called the Alkaloid.
He doesn't have enough energy to turn us off. Like he really
That's
wants. He really wants to, but he's just too weak to do it.
He's been yelling. He's been yelling. Cortana, turn off, please. Fuck. Now, he actually posted on one of our groups. I ate one taco and puked out 70. How did this happen?
Nice.
I want tacos now. Sorry, Ryan. I want tacos.
Yeah,
buddy.
Tacos are good. There's a
Taco
Taco Bell that's open late night around here, right? Yeah, there you go.
Right down there.
Yeah,
let me just delete it over there.
Do you have to now when you get tacos? Do you have to get the lighter and warm up the taco too, or is that just
some Slim Jim tacos?
Yeah.
So all right. So next, the Usos come out to celebrate their win and talk shit. And the Bludgeon Brothers come down to squash some jobbers. The Usos, it was like watching a bad iMovie where like they would say like, and we beat the New Day, locked down, and then like the thing would lock. It was so bad. It looked like the Microsoft Paint of video, my video editing.
Can we go back to Taco Bell real quick? Speaking of eating one taco and vomiting up 70, I know you know this. I don't know if the viewers do. Some might. But I was a vegetarian for a while, right? Mm-hmm. And when I would go to Taco Bell, I would always substitute the meat for the beans or rice or whatever the store did. Because I think not every Taco Bell does the same thing. So some will give you the free substitution for beans. Others will only give you the free substitution for rice or whatever. But a few years ago, after I stopped being a vegetarian, I went to Taco Bell one night. I was running late going to a friend's game night, and that was really the only thing that was open on the way home from work. So I stopped and got some Taco Bell. I didn't even think about asking for the substitution. I got the meat and everything like that, and I went. And then that was the first time I had ever had Taco Bell with meat in it.
Yep.
And
unfiltered Taco Bell.
Dude, it was not. Yeah, the next day it was not good.
No, I can't imagine.
Dude, I can't do it. I won't eat ground beef from Taco Bell.
Oh no, sir. Sir, don't say beef because you're wrong. It's ground meat.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I've said this before on this show. This is meat. Let's not mistake what meat is. Meat is living flesh.
And
yes. So in sawdust, I think in soy base. Something.
Yeah,
it's not meat.
I will not. It's not beef. I will not. If I haven't been to Taco Bell in forever because normally the only time I ever do is to get breakfast because the breakfast is phenomenal.
Is it
Taco Bell breakfast, man? The what is it? The AM Supreme or whatever, the AM Crunch Wrap. Dude, that is...
Yeah, actually I did have it a couple. I had once or twice. I didn't have that yet.
I will eat the... It's like... It's the Crunch Wrap... It's the Crunch Wrap, the AM Crunch Wrap with sausage and then, like, the egg and everything.
All right, we'll go to Taco Bell, dude. Right after the show. Once we're done talking about Taco Bell, we can go to Taco Bell.
That food is good. The tacos...
No, I won't. Okay, can't do it.
Can't do that.
So, all right. So Charlotte comes to talk her piece.
Yeah.
Riot Squad comes down. They get behind Charlotte and everything, and Sharon Corbin is behind her, kind of cackling. And Charlotte fights them off once. They get back up. She fights them off twice. Now they're out of the ring. They get back into the ring after they're like, oh, we're gonna leave. And then they're like, no, what the hell? There's three of us. There's one of her. They do finally get on top of her, beat the hell out of her. Carmella, now the Riot Squad's leaving, and they're ready to go out. Carmella runs down with the briefcase and a referee in tow. screaming, "I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!"
Yeah.
She gives the briefcase to the referee, and he and the timekeeper are like fumbling around like it's an as seen on TV thing. Like there's got to be a better way to say start the match.
Yeah.
So that doesn't go off in time. Charlotte's able to get up and hit her. And
That's such a bad. I hate that.
And then that's what it was. So Carmella kicks the referee out of the ring.
Yeah.
And now he's on the outside, like holding his head, and he can't move. The bell has not rung yet, so Carmella's like, "Screw this!"
Yeah.
Slides out of the ring, grabs the briefcase, and gets the hell out of there.
That's good.
The match never started because
Nice.
the timekeeper never got it ready. So I did like when that had happened.
Yes. Because that's the worst. Using a Money in the Bank and then having the person who cashed in lose is dumb. It's so stupid.
I'm sorry. So Ryan says, "How much do you love Sarah Logan?" Sarah Logan, we're calling her Sharon Corbin.
Yeah.
She even has this dumbass wolf on her back.
We do not like to put our hair up and square up. Here
no, that's the different one.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh,
square up is the other one.
Okay.
She's
no,
the one
so
on
the
Raw.
other one is good. The Sharon Corbin one is she actually has some talent.
She has a little bit of talent,
Yeah,
but she's one who's like, my passing gun,
my
which
peepaw.
Which is peepaw. That's what it is. So Ryan says, when she talks about her Uncle Tater's goat, I feel like we're the same person. So I think Ryan is from somewhere in the South. I remember he had mentioned it somewhere on one of the groups we were in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, because Martin actually thinks she's okay.
She's okay, but she's Sharon Corbin. Yeah. She's becoming Baron Corbin day by day. She's even got this stupid fur, and her pants are dumb. I hate her pants so much. I hate them.
I don't know. I think I'd rather take her over hair up and square up.
Oh, hair up and square up is just the worst.
Yeah.
Especially when the real, like Martin says, when the real version of her is in NXT right now and is like terrifying.
Yeah.
But like for reals, he's terrifying. So speaking of Baron or Sharon Corbin, we get Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Corbin wins via pinfalls, relatively quick smash up, whatever. Again, just a lot of whatever.
Yeah.
Breezango versus Gable and Benjamin, which was actually pretty good. The promo they shot before it, I really like Ascension, especially being in Fashion Files.
Yes.
Fashion Files is so good. So Gable and Benjamin win via pinfall. This was actually a really good match. I feel like I haven't seen the Fashion Police wrestle in a long time. So it's good to see you forget how good Tyler Breeze and Fandango really are at wrestling because of all the nonsense.
That's what I wish they would get like a little bit more of a push, because that's like my favorite type of thing, like that dude that doesn't look like he can wrestle or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like, dude, that dude just beat the crap out of me, like that's
I love it.
Yeah.
So all right, so we get AJ and Nakamura versus Team Discovery Channel. It's all I see is just Nelson Muntz walking or just.
I normally wouldn't hang out with that guy.
And then you got Martin Prince just jumping around, and I'm imagining Ska's playing.
Yeah.
So
jeez, I normally wouldn't hang out with this kid.
So we'll just fast forward because it's exactly, again, these are like the matches that are happening exactly the way you think they're happening. Owens takes the Kinshasa. That's pretty much it. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
So now are they going to get jobbed out? I don't like what they're doing with Shane. I really like what Daniel Bryan's doing, so we'll see how that goes on that. So SmackDown, again, just whatever.
What's the next pay-per-view for SmackDown?
Fastlane.
Is that okay?
Yeah, so next one for Raw is going to be Elimination Chamber, and then Fastlane will be for SmackDown, and then Mania.
I think this is kind of where lies the problem. Just so many pay-per-views, and it's like, I feel like you don't have enough time to build up a story.
We're getting the middle part.
Yeah.
We're paying for the second act.
Yeah.
And getting the third act eventually.
Yeah. And whereas before, when it was just the road to WrestleMania, you just had the the Raws and the Smackdowns, like to watch, you know.
No,
and,
that's not. The monthly pay-per-views, and sometimes we're getting them every 3 weeks.
And that's the problem because
we are getting a women's elimination chamber.
That is cool. Yes,
so that will be pretty cool.
That is nice. I do enjoy that. But
what's it going to be for if Asuka has won and she's going to go after Alexa Bliss?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you get for winning this? Do you get a championship? I don't get it. Maybe it's women's Money in the Bank?
Maybe, or maybe you could have Alexa take part in it.
Could be for the title itself. Yeah, that would be pretty good.
I think they
as we say it, Ryan chimes in. It is for the title.
Yeah,
awesome.
I remember. I actually just remember that because when they talked about on Raw, when they mentioned Asuka going for the belt, they said Alexa Bliss might not even be the champion when she she gets to her shot. Yeah, so
we'll just do some quick NJPW. Something relatively big just happened. I don't know if you've been watching or
I have
saw
not.
any of the videos.
Yeah, I gotta start.
I gotta start in the chat. So
I think you need to send me real quick. I think you need to send me the login information again. Yeah, because I think I might have lost it.
So Kenny Omega is out as the leader of the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
He had a match versus Switchblade Jay White at Fantastamania. He had lost, so the United States champion is now part of Chaos. Chaos now has like all of the belts. It seems like they've got the world title, the IC title. Or I'm sorry, not the IC title, the US title. IC title was won by Suzuki the night before, by Minoru Suzuki, which makes sense. I mean, the dude's a beast, but at the same time, like, I don't know, he was so good. I don't know why they'd have him lose it.
Yeah.
They have so many belts, but it's like you don't care, but it's still there's a million belts there. So anyway, Kenny Omega loses. Cody comes down. Gets into it with him, and they get into a fight. And he says, "You're out as leader. You're not the leader. It's the beat up situation." So you go, "Whoa, what the hell? That's crazy." Everyone for a minute there thought, like, "Hold on, is Kenny going to show up at the Rumble?" Like, Kenny Omega cannot make it from Japan to Philadelphia in 6 hours. It can't happen. So Kenny's out. Cody's in. Cody's the leader.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of a rift going on, actually. They don't really know what's going on, but that's pretty much what's happening.
Yeah.
In NEW news, Northeast Wrestling, which is our local appearance the night before WrestleFest, which is March 3rd. WrestleFest main event is Joey Mercury versus Flip Gordon for their title, their heavyweight title. The last match was a bloodbath where Flip got a huge gash on the top, like the kind of gash where like it was like wide open and just pissing out blood. Pretty gross, pretty amazing. But they're gonna have their match. Wrecking Ball Legursky had his match at the at their Rumble. He had won it, so he has a title shot too. So we're waiting to see who's gonna win this match. I'm sorry, the WrestleFest match is not Mercury versus Gordon. That is the next match coming up on February 17th. Okay. That's their rematch, and then March 2nd or March 3rd is something else. But Legursky, I'm assuming, is going to be in that main event. He won their battle royal, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is it for wrestling, guys. Thank you for hanging in as long as you did. We went a little bit long today, but there was a Royal Rumble. We talked about Taco Bell. We laughed for a while. Exactly. We had a good time. I think we got out what we needed to get out. I needed to get the laughs out.
Exactly.
It's been a couple days. So, just run over to 5 Live EP Wrestling, subscribe, giving away stuff. We have customs and all kinds of other craziness. Martin will be back hopefully soon. And, man, thanks for hanging out here in the arcade. We have been 5 Live. I'm Bobby T.
And I'm Chrisa.
So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to both channels. And remember, guys, you bought it because you love it, and that's all that matters. I think I can end the feed from here.